Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Perialysis, and we're going to go over the changes and patch notes for Season 4 and the release of Revenant. So as you can see, we got Revenant here being mysterious and scary as we expected him to be. So let's go ahead and get into some of these skins here. So first we have Bird of Prey. That's one of the ones that I liked. It's actually kind of a colorful skin. I like it. Then we got Shadow on the Sun, just another recolor of that one, more of a black and gold, maybe more traditional Egyptian almost. I'm getting raw vibes from this. Unholy Beast, obviously kind of the opposite of that, more of a darker skin. This is a white and red scheme, and then we have False Idol, gold and blue. Rep your colors, right? Going over to the banners, we have Slice and Dice. This one I picked, I like that one. We have Element of Surprise. Shades of the Past, Tessin Jutsu, and Silent Assassin. And then for the poses, we have Off the Beaten Path, Last Rites, say a word for your man right there, the Equalizer, and Off Switch. All very cool, I would have to say. So starting off Season 4 patch notes, we got the new Battle Pass. That's an obvious. Next we got the new legend Revenant. Consumed by hate and obsessed with revenge, Revenant uses unnatural abilities to haunt his enemies and defy death. His passive is Stalker. You can crouch, walk faster, and climb higher up walls. That should be pretty interesting. Tactical Silence. Throw a device that deals damage and disables enemy abilities for 10 seconds. That ability sounds very clutch depending on how it's used. His ultimate is Death Totem. Drop a totem that protects users from death. Instead of getting killed or downed, you will return to the totem with X amount of health. This ability here seems very reminiscent of the Shadow event, the Halloween event that we had, where pretty much if you get hit, you lose your Shadow form and you go back to your totem. I would. Low profile, much like Wraith and Lifeline, he takes the extra damage for his smaller frame or hitbox. The new weapon, the Sentinel Sniper Rifle. It's a Sentinel is a bolt-action sniper rifle, effective at medium to long ranges. If you use your fire select with a shield battery equipped, it'll consume the battery from your inventory and temporarily enters an energized state. While energized, the Sentinel fires projectiles that deal massive damage to shields. So definitely good to open up a shot with the battery if you have the resources just to knock that shield off for sure. Very interesting. For the map updates, seems like there's several spots of interest, starting with the Planet Harvester. It's got a large multi-levels design. That's the big structure that we see in the trailer. Capital City split in two. We also see that in the trailer as well. It's got that big lava gorge. I believe it's split into West Fragment, East Fragment. Yeah, right here. And that was definitely going to change the pace of the game. I know that Capital City was a very big hot spot for a lot of people dropping early trying to get big kills. Updrafts. This is a mechanic that they had added to assist you in case you happen to fall off into the lava there. It keeps you from dying, but it puts you in a very vulnerable state to get out. So Survey Camp, that was over there by Skyhook, south of Skyhook. There was a lot of boxes over there. Should be pretty interesting. Some structures there. Potentially the next town takeover, and weapon racks. This is also at the survey camp. I believe that this is fixed weapon spawn, so if you absolutely want a certain gun for each match, this is where you got to go to get it, or you can trust your luck. And anniversary login, you should have a badge based on when you started the game. Look for that. Should look like a birthday cake. Pretty cool. New loot, they changed the sniper ammo to its own unique pickup. Interesting idea here. I like it. Before, it was never really an issue for ammo. I mean, you just could have a stack or whatever, and normally, unless you were snipe heavy, you could run a whole match with just that amount. The snipers that are affected by it are the Sentinel, the new Sentinel, Longbow DMR, Triple Take, and Charge Rifle. Charge Rifle now uses 1 sniper ammo per shot, and the magazine holds 4 shots. And the snipers now have an extended magazine as well. Energy ammo, the ammo pickup for each stack is increased to 30. That's pretty neat. A lot of times it seems like energy ammo is the one that you have a hard time finding pickups for. The following has been removed from the game. They got rid of the turbocharger hop up, rip for the Havoc. Extended mags for energy ammo. That's unfortunate too, but I think they've made some changes that kind of help balance that out. Weapons, we want to shift up that weapons that are the strongest. Also, we're aiming to reduce the power of some weapons that seem too strong and give a little boost to some weapons that haven't been performing as well as we'd like. So if you got a favorite out there that's not one of the common ones, that'll be pretty cool. They're also making adjustments to the iron sights. I don't know if you remember training at the firing range or you're fighting in the field, and every time you would strafe or rotate your aim, the barrel of your gun would turn and your sight would turn despite where you were actually looking. And they're looking to address that issue and fix the following guns: the Longbow, Triple Take, Charge Rifle, Sentinel, Havoc, R301, Flatline, Spitfire, LMG, R99, Alternator, Mozambique, Mastiff, RE45, and Wingman. The G7 Scout has been changed from a sniper to assault rifle class. I think that makes pretty good sense. It definitely felt more like an assault rifle with the firing rate and the double tap pop-up. Also reduced the firing rate, increased the time for the double tap fire rate, and they affected its 0 ADS air spread, so you can't laser people on a zipline no more. The L-Star is no longer a crate weapon and can now be found around the map. Uses energy ammo, and reloading has been removed, but it will still overheat, so you're going to want to burst fire this. They've slightly reduced the damage and slightly reduced the rate of fire, and have less horizontal view kick when the weapon fires, which is pretty nice because I know that first kick is pretty rough. The Devotion, they changed the Devotion to a crate weapon. It's an energy ammo LMG, and so they didn't want to have 2 energy LMGs out there, which is pretty interesting. Devotion was really strong, and I think that this will be a pretty fun change for the game. Havoc, they got rid of the turbocharger, but they're going to keep in the select fire, and they decreased the shot speeds between the select fire. So I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I feel like with the Havoc, it really did well as a assault rifle with the turbocharger, but with the select fire, I feel like it doesn't really fit the meta for that role. I think you're better off getting like a longbow or something. R99, they reduced the damage per shot, and they changed the way that they did the magazine sizes. It seems like the low end is higher, but the top end is still the same. Prowler increased damage per shot. Hemlock increased the single shot rate of fire, which is very nice. I know that's very popular on console. Wingman, they raised the low end and then decreased the high end ammo. So you goes 5 to 8 instead of 4 to 10. So we'll see. We'll have to see how that goes. EVA 8, they reduced the delay between shots by 0.05. I'm not really sure if that's anything we're going to notice or not. And then they fixed the Mastiff exploit. And this is the new roster of gold weapons. You got the Havoc, the P2020, Sentinel, Prowler, R301. Legend changes. So for Bloodhound, we have downing players adds 5 seconds to Beast of the Hunt timer. It is possible to exceed starting time with successive kills. Interesting change. I don't feel like that's all the changes that he probably needed as a character, but this definitely is going to make you go full aggro during Beast of the Hunt. So if you can take people down and not take damage, or if you can quickly loot shields, you could probably keep trucking for a long time and take out a lot of people with this. Crypto, EMP no longer destroys friendly Gibraltar dome shields. That's very, very important. I don't think there's a lot of crypto players out there that realize that even happened, so that's good. Dome shields no longer can stick to crypto's drone. I haven't ran into that in game yet, but glad that's fixed. We have miscellaneous bugs fixes, and we have some quality of life changes. They increased the timer for assist credits, which is pretty nice. And they have added a random favorites option for unlocked skins, so that's pretty cool. That's something I've been wanting for a while now. I've got a good selection of legendaries, and I always thought it would be interesting if it could just randomize it for me. And they also nerfed the loot drone. I don't know if it's happened to you, but that thing, if it drops on you, it hurts. And they've updated the matchmaking. They're pushing out changes globally to matchmaking that we've been testing in specific regions. We're well aware that this has been a contentious topic among players, and there's been some misinformation out there. So just to be clear, skill-based matchmaking has existed in Apex since launch and will continue to improve over time. And there you have it. Those are the patch notes. Alright everybody, thanks for clicking on this video. If you liked the video, please like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, any thoughts, anything you want me to go into in the next video. Stay tuned. See ya.